Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It's 8:58. It's 78 degrees. Not even to 80 degrees yet, so it's still nice outside. A little humid, but that's all right. Justin will have your weather forecast coming up, especially for this holiday weekend. Would you jump in the San Antonio River?
Negative.
Negative on that?
But I know someone that would and has already.
Yeah, and come up with some goodies.
A popular YouTuber, Brandon Jordan, he was given special permission to dive along the Riverwalk in June.
Yeah, you just can't jump in. You have to have some special permission from, San Antonio City authorities before you can do this.
I'd be concerned if you're with all that equipment jumping into the river.
Well, he actually did that back in 2020. Got caught, and the police came and got him and said, no, you can't do that. You gotta have permission. So he got permission this time. He is like what you would say, like a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
So special place. So we appreciate that. And, he said it's probably the most unique place he's ever.
I don't have to go into the river to tell you that, because I know.
Well, he's been all over the world diving in places all around this globe, but he says this is probably the most unique place he's ever.
Well, at least
only 3 feet deep, and then it's all mud.
At least now, if you lose something, you know who to call.
Yeah, you call him and he'll go get it for you. Well, it's not mud anymore because they've worked on it. They got some concrete down there, but he'll be more than happy to dive in that river and get your stuff. All right, let's take a look at the 9 at 9.
A San Antonio family is mourning the loss of their father, who was found stabbed to death near a bus stop on the city's northwest side Monday. A large outpouring of support gathered at the site to raise awareness against violence in the city and to honor the life of 22-year-old Troy Lee. Police are still searching for who's responsible.
As of this morning, 18 people are confirmed dead and 145 remain missing as crews continue digging through the collapsed condo in Florida. Investigators say they are battling time, weather, and fire as they work to gather DNA samples from victims.
President Joe Biden will visit the collapse site in Florida today. He will spend his time there surveying the damage, thanking first responders, and hearing from families of victims. Biden declared a federal emergency in Florida last week.
All eyes are back on the tropics, especially in Miami, as Tropical Storm Elsa forms in the Atlantic Ocean. The storm is still far from U.S. soil, but the National Weather Service says it has time to strengthen as it takes aim at the Caribbean islands.
Bill Cosby is now a free man after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his 2018 sexual assault conviction. The decision is getting positive and negative attention, many saying it's not fair to Cosby's victims. The former TV star served 3 of his 10-year sentence.
The Trump Organization CFO, Alan Weisselberg, surrendered to authorities early this morning. Prosecutors are expected to announce the first criminal indictment today in a 2-year investigation. The charges Weisselberg faces have not been announced yet.
The IRS appears to be struggling to process tax returns. A watchdog report shows more than 35 million tax returns on backlog. That's 4 times more than the backlog in 2019. The same report says nearly half of the printers and copiers used by the IRS are broken.
The Delta variant of COVID-19 is now confirmed in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. South Dakota was the last state to report a case. Experts say vaccines do protect against the variant, but those who aren't vaccinated are at a higher risk of contracting this strand.
The demand for Clorox and other cleaning products seems to be returning to a normal level. Clorox stock prices are being hit hard as the company continues mass production, but less people buy the products. And that's today's 9 at 9.
All right, let's get out and check the traffic with TransGuide. Oh, it's live.
But first, let's take a look at live cams.
So, you traffic or clouds? Which do you prefer?
Well, it's going to be busy out there for sure.
I think clouds are prettier.
Yeah.
So.
Not a lot of traffic out there right now. Thankfully, we didn't have wet roads this morning, so that helped the morning commute. Currently, temperatures in the 70s. This is where we've been last couple days. 79 degrees at the airport, 81 Pleasanton. There is some sun out there already. And as we look at the forecast for today, 92 this afternoon, up to 95 tomorrow. It'll be a hot one with heat indices in the upper 90s. And then as we get into Saturday, about a 40% chance rain starting to kick in. The pattern becomes unsettled again this weekend and next week. Let's look at the radar. Currently, there's not a lot there other than a few showers right along the coast. So Corpus, Port A, and then as you get towards the Houston area, seeing a little bit of activity. Pollen count is in, and molds did drop today, but it's still high, 7,620. Your forecast, again, up around 92. Only a 10% chance of rain here in San Antonio. We're looking for a stray storm or two this afternoon. But the pattern does change yet again. And as you just saw off the top of the show, Tropical Storm Elsa has formed. We've got the latest details on that coming up in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thanks, Justin. Now let's take a look at TransGuide. This is I-10 at Dezavala. Pretty good so far. And over here, I-37 and 181. Traffic is definitely going to start picking up now that 4th of July weekend is coming up.
Top stories we are following today. Still a lot of questions to be answered after a driver fires shots at a home and then crashes into another house.
It happened around 10:30 last night in the 9,000 block of Wellwood on the northwest side near Culebra Road. SAPD says in the process of trying to get away after firing the shots, the driver of the car drove through a fence and into the house, breaking some bricks and cracking a window.
The driver got away but left a bumper and some bullet casings behind. Two people that were inside the house at the time were not hurt.
San Antonio police and Crime Stoppers need your help finding a robbery suspect. The incident happened back on June 23rd at a Family Dollar store located in the 400 block of South WW White Road. That's on the city's east side, just inside Loop 410. That's where investigators say the woman on your screen robbed a 23-year-old man and then took off. If you have any information about this case, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Bexar County deputies on the hunt for a woman who walked out of district court. They released a few pictures of her, hoping you can help track her down.
Take a look. Investigators say 25-year-old Veronica Barcena left the Justice Center on Nueva Street before a judge could activate warrants for her arrest. It's not clear how she was able to leave so easily, but authorities say she is wanted on 2 DWI charges. One of those charges involves a child. If you know where she is, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. Now to our morning headlines. A cobra is captured in North Carolina, and a California couple wakes up to a bear in their kitchen.
But first, we're going to start with this. This is a massive explosion in Los Angeles after authorities bust an illegal fireworks operation. Listen to this. Whoa, that'll wake you up. The police truck is built to withstand explosions, except a bomb disposal truck used to transport undetonated bombs, but clearly it couldn't handle this one. Los Angeles police say they were trying to detonate illegal fireworks they confiscated, but something went wrong. 17 people were hurt in the explosion. Nearby cars were destroyed, and some businesses even had blown out windows. Witnesses say they are just lucky to be alive. Now the police chief says they have to get to the bottom of what happened.
Protocols were followed and pursued, but something happened in that containment vehicle that should not have happened, and we don't know why, but we intend to find out why.
I know that they were trying to sell them to people, and they were already getting ready. They were boxed up and covered, ready to get sold. But luckily people reported it, and if it weren't for that person who reported that there was artificial fireworks, they would have never, we would have basically everybody would have been in danger.
I was in my mom's room watching TV, and then I just heard something like really strong hit. And then the bed moved in TV. So I came out running from the room, really worried, scared.
Yeah, one man being charged with possessing the illegal fireworks. He also faces child endangerment because officers found 2 kids inside the home where the explosives were being kept. Now to North Carolina, where one woman went head-to-head with someone's pet snake. She found it on her front porch.
But this was no ordinary pet snake. This was an extremely venomous zebra cobra. It doesn't even have to bite you. It can spit venom. Authorities spent hours making a plan to capture the snake. They finally used a container that had glue on the bottom so the snake would stick to the container. It's unclear how the snake escaped, but after days of being on high alert, neighbors say they are happy it's all over.
Oh, I'm really, really happy, and I feel much safer, and I feel like I can now go outside and go on my deck and walk. I do feel kind of bad for the snake, though.
Okay. Police said the venomous snake was taken to a safe location where the glue can be fully removed from its body. The snake's owner, Christopher Gifford, says he was bitten by one of his snakes in April.
According to Gifford's Facebook page, his life was likely saved by an immediate trip to the hospital. So far, there's no word from police if Gifford will face any charges in connection to this.
All right, let's take you back to California now. Yogi Bear might be smarter than the average bear, but this one is straight up brilliant. It broke into a family's house near Tahoe Forest National Park and knew right where the kitchen was.
The owners of the house say they were woken up by loud banging in the kitchen. They immediately thought it was a burglar, and they weren't wrong.
You know, they were looking for the porridge. Melissa Bryan and her husband watched the bear as he slurped up some Nesquik, rummaged through the freezer, and ate nearly a whole box of Cheerios. Hey, there's some healthy cereal, aren't they? That's when the bear turned in the direction and they grabbed their cat and darted back into the bedroom. They planned out their strategy, hoping to get the bear out.
At one point, the bear turned around to go into the bathroom, and that's when I ran to open this sliding glass door over here so that he could run out.
Love this one.
Aside from a damaged box of Eggos in the fridge, the homeowner says the bear didn't break anything. They say he eventually left like nothing happened.
Lego my Eggo. Apparently, this is becoming a more common problem for people in Northern California. Fish and Wildlife say a homeowner had to shoot a bear after it broke into their home. Experts say people keep leaving food and trash out, making bears more comfortable with humans.
He's cute but scary at the same time.
So we're getting our bear stories in this week. We had one at the beach up there in Lake Tahoe, and now we got the one just making himself
This is your week because you love the bear stories.
Love the bear stories. Great.
Time now, 9:10, 78 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
A historic heat wave turns deadly in the Pacific Northwest. What officials there are planning to do to help out and how they are preparing for a next time.
And still ahead, how much do you know about the city's Cite and Release program? Many might not even know it exists. We take a deep dive into a brand new data released from SAPD on how well the program is working.
And guys, Roman candles, rockets, sparklers, fireworks. We're going to take you inside the largest indoor fireworks warehouse in the state of Texas and also talk about some fireworks safety as we get set for what's supposed to be a big 4th of July weekend. That's coming up right after the break.
Before we get to RJ on the fireworks, we're going to take you to a special report from ABC News.
Republicans who insisted the measures are race neutral and afford equal opportunity for all voters. The decision comes as 14 states have enacted 22 new restrictive voting laws so far this year, with an unprecedented 389 proposed restrictions being put forward in 48 states. Let's get right to our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, who's been covering the Supreme Court for us for years. Terry, walk us through this decision and the political implications moving forward.
That's right, Whit. Let's start with that. This is a major decision on voting rights in America, in part because of the last thing you just described there, the campaign across this country in the name of election security to change voting laws, to restrict access to the vote in order to protect against voter fraud, very little of which has ever been found. In this case, Justice Samuel Alito, writing for the court's 6 conservatives, affirms that basically Republican effort against charges that it will impact minorities disproportionately. He says that's not the issue. He says, in his opinion, for the 6 conservatives, voting takes time, and for almost everyone, Some travel, even if only to a local mailbox. Casting a vote, whether by following directions for using a voting machine or completing a paper ballot, requires compliance with certain rules. And what Alita goes on to say is, because these rules are on their face neutral, they apply to everyone, and because the system is open to everyone, because it might burden, and he acknowledges that it does, Native Americans in places where it's very hard to get to precincts in Arizona, or African Americans or Latino Americans, if they have a harder time, as long as the system is open, it's okay under the Voting Rights Act. That's what he says in this major Voting Rights Act case. The liberals, led by Justice Elena Kagan, take a very different vision. They see this law, the voting rights law, as one of the most important laws on the books. There was an America before the Voting Rights Act and an America after the Voting Rights Act. The Voting Rights Act allowed everyone to get to the ballot. She says what is tragic here is that the court has yet again rewritten in order to weaken a statute that stands as a monument to America's greatness. That is the voice of defeat on the Supreme Court. The conservatives and those looking to pass voting laws to maintain election security, what they call, they won. Big win.
All right, Terry Moran for us. And I want to bring in Devin Dwyer, a correspondent for ABC News, who's also been watching this very closely. And Devin, you and I were talking about this. It's important to point out these were laws that were passed years ago, but both parties.
Once again, that's ABC's coverage of a latest Supreme Court ruling. They have upheld Arizona's voting rights law. The count was 6 justices for, 3 against that law. That'll have major implications on voting rights throughout this country. And of course, we'll have much more for you on our website, KSAT.com. And we'll have a complete review of this Supreme Court decision coming up on KSAT 12 News at noon. It's just coming down, so we're gathering some more information for you. So we'll have that for you on the news at noon.
And it is the 4th of July weekend, and while you are out celebrating, we also want you to stay safe here.
RJ Marquez is live for us this morning at the Alamo Fireworks on the Far East Side to discuss the week ahead, some fireworks safety, and wow, look at all that stuff behind you. That's some explosions waiting to happen right there.
Yeah, David, definitely a really cool warehouse, the Alamo Fireworks Warehouse out here in China Grove. This is my first time out here, and I feel like for any fireworks aficionado, this is like a Willy Wonka's land or something like that. It is crazy in here. There are a ton of items for people to check out, and they have been working around the clock here to get ready for what should be a very busy Independence Day weekend. So joining me now is Chelsea Bodie. She is the sales director here at Alamo Fireworks Warehouse. So Chelsea, just talk about the excitement of people being back out, people getting together and really celebrating this 4th of July.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people are free, right? A lot of our restrictions have been lifted, bans have been lifted. We're free to gather with our friends. And what better way to celebrate than fireworks? So we're here, we're ready, we are fully stocked. So we have over 220 locations, so there's bound to be one near you. And we just want to be a part of those memories.
Yeah, and what has business been like for you? I know you just told me a little while ago that you guys have been working 24/7 past couple of days, so it seems like business is going pretty well. I think a lot of people are excited.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited. We're really excited. Opening day was the 24th, and so we had, a Saturday and Sunday. People were out buying fireworks for the weekend, and people are starting to gear up for this coming weekend, 4th of July being on a Sunday. We know a lot of people are going to party on Saturday, and a lot of people have off on Monday, so we anticipate really big things. We know people are excited, and we're excited.
Yeah, and a big part of this, of course, is safety. I know that you guys definitely preach that to all of your customers. What do they need to know when they are buying some of these items here?
Well, as safe as our products are, you are purchasing an explosive. So always making sure that a responsible adult is nearby. Children are never left unattended. You're away from buildings, structures, churches, schools. Obviously, you don't want anything else flammable nearby. You want to light your fireworks on a safe, hard, sturdy, flat surface. Point them away from people, objects, animals, pets. Always have water nearby, whether it's a bucket, a hose, something like that. And then just being respectful and responsible of, for the people and places around you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Chelsea Bodie, thank you very much for being with us this morning. And we also talked to a local pediatrician about some of the stuff that Chelsea mentioned. Here's what she had to say about just being careful around the kiddos this weekend.
You have to be really careful. And honestly, kids should not be handling fireworks. They should not be the ones lighting them. They should not be close to the fireworks. Every year, we see really traumatic injuries because of fireworks. In, teenagers that are setting the fireworks themselves, it's not uncommon for us to hear stories of them setting the fireworks and somebody goes over to look and see what's wrong because it's a dud or it's not going off. And guess what? It goes off and we see, eye injuries, hand injuries. And so you want to be really careful.
The call dropped out.
Did we lose RJ?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we lost RJ for a second.
Well, we'll have some questions for him in the next.
Yeah, he's going to have more for us in the next half hour. Just look at those fireworks.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Now, we have everything you need to know about the 4th of July weekend right here on KSAT.com. Everything from fireworks shows around the area to more safety tips and tricks.
All right. Now, I know when you talk about fireworks, that Justin's main concern is dry ground. So hopefully the rains will keep coming and keep that moisture on the ground. So when these people are firing off these things, we don't have any major problems.
It's a good point. We got to look at that stuff. We do. And this time of year, it can be really dry here in South Texas. Thankfully, we've gotten enough rain this year where drought is not really an issue. We've gotten rain as of late. We may get a little bit of rain this weekend. So that does help with the whole grass fire threat. You look at the situation across the western half of the country, it's not great. Extreme to exceptional drought continues across parts of Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, California, but Texas by and large doing well. It's only far west Texas, and you're talking about in the mountains here where there's really any issues. 3 months ago, 68% of Texas was in drought. This week, only 9%. Huge improvement because we have seen the rains around the state. And as always, we'll check in on Medina Lake. Still at 34% full. It hasn't really gone down. It stayed pretty steady last week or so. So that's some good news, I suppose. And Canyon Lake doing well, too. I should mention that with the recent rains. San Antonio International Airport is now up to 17.61 inches for the year. We are above average by about an inch. Austin doing well. Del Rio's a little bit below average at 8.04, but those numbers, again, look pretty good. Over the last 5 days, these are rainfall estimates, so they're not exact numbers. But why I wanted to show you this map is that most of the area has at least seen a little bit of rain. Now, I did get an email from a viewer this morning that said, I only got a couple drops. And yes, that is possible. That's the nature of these showers and storms, hit or miss. But I think a majority of the area did at least get a little bit. And again, that is good news. Outside right now, you can see some of the clouds there in the distance. Temperature 79 at the airport, 80 Stinson, 79 Kelly, 79 Randolph. And we've got southerly winds. Some of those clouds could bubble up into a shower or storm today. But we're looking for less coverage than what we've seen last couple days. Partly cloudy at the airport right now, 80 at Stinson, 79 Randolph, 75 Seguin. You're at 76 in Kerrville and up to 80 now in Del Rio. A little bit more sun as you get down towards Kennedy and Victoria. And the forecast heat index today up around 96 here in town. We will see some places that get into the triple digits. High pressure in control for now. This is just a couple days, though. Short-lived ridge of high pressure because it's going to move off to the west. This is a look at moisture content in the atmosphere. I like to look at this because the more moisture content you have, where you see these yellows and oranges and reds, that's where our best chance of rain will be. And you see on Saturday, we are sort of within that zone. That's the case on Sunday, too. And next week, a little disturbance rolls in. We get deeper moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And here we go. More scattered downpours are expected Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. And you look at the rain chances here. We're just going to put 40 across the board. It'll be those scattered afternoon downpours that we've seen lately. We do need to talk about the tropics. Tropical storm Elsa formed this morning. Winds at 40 miles per hour, gusting to 50. It's moving west at 25 miles per hour, looking a little more organized. Hurricane Center thinks this stays a tropical storm, moves towards Cuba by Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday, and then potentially into the Gulf of Mexico. Folks all along the Gulf need to watch this very closely, but I would say eastern Gulf, especially Florida, really needs to watch this. Could cause some problems there. 10% chance of rain today, tomorrow, 40% chance, though, from there on out, Saturday, Sunday into next week. Temperatures come down a little bit to upper 80s next week as well. We'll be right back.
And welcome back, 929. 63 people have been confirmed dead in Oregon since Friday. Officials say the heat dome sitting over the Pacific Northwest is to blame.
One county was hit particularly hard, and as Lincoln Graves reports, the death toll could rise.
The Pacific Northwest's heat wave wasn't just record-breaking, it was deadly. More than 60 killed across Oregon.
Many of them were found at home, not all of them.
45 were killed in Multnomah County alone. However, not all deaths may have come to light yet.
We know the risk factor for a heat-related illness and death is social isolation. Sadly, these deaths may be people who are yet to be discovered.
The numbers are shocking, but not necessarily to the experts.
Heat kills more Americans than any other weather-related phenomenon.
Paul Loikith is director of Portland State University's Climate Science Lab. Heat waves have killed countless people across the world, but in the Northwest, we're especially susceptible.
We have a larger proportion of the population without air conditioning than a lot of other hot places, so we do have a higher level of vulnerability to heat than a place that more frequently gets these kind of temperatures.
And there's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Still ahead, a look at how this robot dog is stealing the spotlight from the world's favorite boy band.
Uh-oh, you know, your favorite boy band. But first, we get you back out to Alamo Fireworks, where RJ Marquez is talking about fireworks safety and prices this year.
A brand new story on KSAT.com right now. New data shows where and when San Antonio police give out tickets instead of arrests. It's called the Cite and Release Program. It was actually started back in 2019.
For more details about what this program is and what it means for you, we turn to the guy who wrote it, our digital journalist, Faris Sabawi. Good morning, Faris.
Hey, good morning to y'all. So good to join y'all.
All right, first, before you dive into the data specifically, first tell us, for those of us who do not know what the Cite and Release Program is and how it is supposed to work in town.
Yeah, David. So this is an agreement between the Bexar County District Attorney's Office and law enforcement agencies in Bexar County, all over the San Antonio area. And under this policy, it gives officers the discretion to write a ticket for somebody who's charged with a low-level offense, say possession of marijuana or driving without a license. And they can write the offender a ticket and avoid arresting them and taking them to jail. It's meant to keep nonviolent offenders out of the jail and also gives these people who may have committed a low-level crime a chance to pursue a diversion track and keep it off their criminal record.
Faris, what does the data from the SAPD dashboard show?
Yeah, so the San Antonio Police Department put out this really great interactive dashboard with data. You can see on our website at KSAT.com as well. And I think the interesting thing is it tracked the encounters between January and March of this year. And so of the 377 people who were eligible for cite and release, officers ticketed and released 305 of them. So it shows that 80% of the time, you see San Antonio police officers wanting to use their discretion and keep these people out of jail, maybe freeing them up for some other things.
That is a pretty high percentage. So who appears to benefit the most from this program?
Yeah, David. So I think first off, it's fair to say that I think the young people who are cited and released really benefit the most. The data shows that more than 80% of the people who have been cited and released in these past 3 months by the San Antonio Police Department, 80% of them are younger than 40. A lot of these guys, a lot of these people might have made a quick mistake. And, this gives them a chance to avoid jail time, which could have huge implications on their future. So I would say they're the first beneficiary. But the other thing I would argue is I think you can argue that the general public benefits a lot from this program as well. Not only are officers more free to handle more serious calls, but according to the Bexar County District Attorney's Office, taxpayers have saved $2.6 million on booking costs alone from keeping these people out of jail. So you see benefits in a lot of different areas. And you can expect that we're going to keep following these numbers as they come out and see how this program progresses.
Very interesting program and data. Thank you so much for joining us, Faris.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, thank you. Let's get outside. Live cam right now. We've been talking about fireworks going off this weekend, how we want it to stay a little wet so we don't have to worry about any fires, because you know people are going to be firing off fireworks this weekend.
It's going to happen, and thankfully the soil is still filled with quite a bit of moisture after rainfall last month, and then we've received some rain over the last week or so. Not as much rain today, but there is still some shower activity gathering there off the coast. You can see around Corpus, over towards Port A. Some of this will work inland, and we certainly will see a shower or two, but the radar is going to be significantly less busy than it has been last couple of days. We've brought rain chances down today. Temperatures already starting to creep up into the 80s around Helotes, Castroville, 75 Seguin, 80 in Gonzales, 77 up there in Comfort. Some morning cloudiness will give way to partly cloudy skies later today. We'll top out at 92. Heat index values will be up above 95. The pattern changes yet again as we work towards the weekend and next week. We'll talk about our rain chances and how they evolve coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thanks, Justin. And nearly 50 million Americans are expected to travel this weekend here at home on US 90. Very clear. Good so far.
All right, as we've been talking about, we're going to have a big weekend ahead with the 4th of July holiday. And while you're out and about, we want to make sure that you stay safe.
RJ is back live for us this morning, out on the Far East Side with more. RJ.
Yeah, guys, how are you guys doing this morning? We're coming out to you live from Alamo Fireworks Warehouse out here in China Grove, where we're getting set for a big weekend. We talk about 4th of July and, of course, fireworks safety. That is a big part of it, too. Just want to let you know that Alamo Fireworks has hundreds of fireworks out here, different varieties of fireworks, and all sorts of different prices. So I'm looking at this giant sparkler right here. And the reason that we're standing outside is because, of course, safety is always key of mind, always one of the things that we think about when it comes to fireworks. So we're standing 100 feet away from the building right now. And of course, look, when we set off fireworks, there's some certain things that could happen here or there. We talked to a local pediatrician about what would happen if maybe there was an accident and how to best treat that.
If your child does sustain a burn because of a firework, number one, if it's a severe enough burn, you do need to call 911. While you're waiting, what I would recommend is putting that burn under cool running water. The studies have shown in all types of burns, if you put your burn under cool running water for at least 20 minutes, it decreases the depth of penetration of that burn. So that means that the burn's not going to be as deep as it would have been if you hadn't used the cool running water. Please, guys, avoid mustard, any kind of other products that you pull out of your fridge to put on the burn. Again, cool running water is the best thing that you can do for that.
All right, guys, so of course out here at Alamo Fireworks this morning, and we just heard some great advice there that you need to know. I know, David, you were interested to know in what were sort of the prices out here. After talking with Chelsea earlier, she said that there's people out here that spend thousands of dollars, but they do have a little bit of an incentive program that if you spend a certain amount, they will take a certain amount off of that overall price. I mean, there's reloadables out here, so those are some of the most popular ones. So all sorts of different fireworks out here, again, from the sparklers, which can cost about maybe like $5 to $10 to some of the ones that cost in the $100 range. So a lot of interesting things to check out here at Alamo Fireworks, and hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Are you guys, David, Tiffany, are you guys big fireworks people?
I know David is looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah. not huge fireworks. Are you going to just walk around with that sparkler thing, or are you going to light that thing up? That's what I want to know.
So that was the plan, to light the sparkler up, and we were trying here a little bit, but apparently the conditions and the wind is not really allowing us to do so at the moment. But yeah, definitely, guys, there's a lot of stuff out here for you guys to check out, and we of course want people to stay safe. Make sure that you check out all of our information on the website as well as we get ready for 4th of July weekend. A lot of excitement. People are getting out, meeting up, and hopefully having a good time and staying safe.
Safety first. Thanks, RJ.
And thousands of fireworks second.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, thousands of dollars spent on fireworks. That's amazing.
We have everything you need to know about the 4th of July weekend right here on KSAT.com. Everything from fireworks shows around the area to more safety tips and tricks.
The key is just sit on your own porch and watch everybody else. That's what you do. Go up on your roof and watch everybody else. And then you don't have to spend any money.
Hopefully you don't have to work the next day, because then if not...
Free fireworks shows. Now you know how I watch them. 9:42. It's already up to 80 degrees.
The heat wave coming down on the Pacific Northwest and has taken dozens of lives. Next, how officials are working to help those in need and how they plan to be better prepared for next time. Welcome back. This robot has taken over the internet for being able to do all kinds of tricks like open doors and even cook, but now it's getting attention on a whole new level.
The Boston Dynamics robot dog is named Spot. He stars in the latest music video put out by the world's most popular boy band right now, Korean pop group BTS. CNN's Jenny Mose has more.
See Spot dance. Again? And not just one spot, 7 spots dancing before your eyes. The Boston Dynamics Robo-Dogs matching the 7 members of the Korean pop group BTS. The boy band helps Hyundai sell the company's brand of electric vehicles, Ioniq. So that's the song the Spot Robo-Dogs are dancing to. As Hyundai promotes its recent acquisition of Boston Dynamics. Spot has been dancing for years now. In 2018, he danced to Uptown Funk, even shaking his booty. Followed last year by this. And now the even more complex dance moves in a video called Spots on It. In a blog describing the making of the video, it's revealed the same human choreographer, Monica Thomas, worked on all 3 videos, noting Spot has twice as many legs as a human dancer. Who's imitating whom? Boston Dynamics wants their $74,500 Robo-Dog to seem lovable, rather than have it associated with scarier uses. It's been tested by police bomb squads and even the French military. As for the video, many viewers found the dancing spots creepily awesome. I'm just waiting for them to go on tour. The 7 spots looked a little like the Rockettes, but instead of kicking up their legs, they were sticking out their necks. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's creepy and cute, but I don't know.
Pretty amazing that they can move like that. They're all, I was going to say they're all in sync.
We're all like...
Oh, David coming with the boy band jokes. Well
but
done.
BTS is your favorite. I don't know why you're jumping to NSYNC.
I'm just saying.
I just see if I caught that.
These.
We did. We just had to like.
These computers, I feel like they're
There's
going
a slow clap.
Take over the world. You know, it's like the sci-fi movie.
They're working on it.
If they can dance like that, who knows what they can do?
If they start singing like BTS, then we got something going now.
We have a problem.
We got something. Oof. All right.
Interesting stuff. Let's, instead of going into the future, let's go back in time here. 2002. Do want to pass this along. This is the anniversary of major flooding. If you remember this in San Antonio, we got 9.52 inches of rain, and then rain would continue for several more days. Had a lot of flooding issues. Of course, the Canyon Lake Gorge was created by all of this rain, eventually down the line. And New Braunfels got a lot of flooding there. The numbers were pretty incredible. This came 4 years, of course, after the big flood of 98. And this was an interesting year in the sense that we had drought conditions and then we got a lot of rain at once. That has really not been the case this year. We've had rain, but it's been spread out over time. It hasn't really been big flooding rains. We've had a few incidences of some floods, but nothing too terrible. And as we head into the 4th of July weekend, yes, there is rain in the forecast, but we are not expecting flash flooding situations, and that's really a good thing. 91 Saturday, 89 Sunday, 40% chance of rain both days. Keep your plans if you have outdoor plans. Just be prepared to go inside if one of these passing downpours comes through your neck of the woods. If you're going down to the beach, same story. Low 90s on Saturday. There could be a couple of showers and storms. I think a little better chance probably on Sunday. Water temperatures are in the mid 80s, and rip current risk is low both days. Let's go outside for you now. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, 79 degrees at the airport. Winds are calm. Humidity is way up there at 82%. It's a sticky morning. 77 Bernie State, 78 Comfort, 78 Rio Medina, 82 Stinson, 79 right now at Randolph. And temperatures in the low 80s around Del Rio, Cotulla, also already in the low 80s. And dew points, we really don't even need to show you this map, but dew points are in the mid-70s. This has not changed, and this won't change. It's going to stay sticky all the way through the extended forecast. Big picture here for South Texas. We've got our cloud cover. This will thin out a little bit, and then you'll notice we've got some showers along the coast. These will work inland, but I don't think we're going to see the coverage today that we've seen last couple of days. The dynamics just aren't there. High pressure is in control for now, and that'll be the case tomorrow too. But as it moves out of the way this weekend, it opens the door for more showers and storms, a little bit more coverage, I think, Saturday and Sunday with some of those downpours moving in. And then next week, we'll get a little area of low pressure that actually moves south to north and will develop here over South Texas, and that should keep things unsettled and will keep rain in the forecast. Tropics, and I know we've been mentioning this all morning, but I think it is worth noting that we've got Tropical Storm Elsa out there. The earliest E-named storm we've seen in history here in the Atlantic. This is actually outpacing last year's hurricane season, which is pretty incredible. But this is expected to stay a tropical storm moving towards Florida, potentially by Tuesday of next week. But eastern parts of the Gulf of Mexico should pay close attention to this, as it could strengthen a little bit more. Forecast, 95 tomorrow, 91 Saturday, 40% chance of rain, 89 Sunday, 40% chance of rain, and then 40% chance most of next week. Scattered afternoon downpours, and temperatures will come down a little bit thanks to that cloud cover Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be right back.
All right, another exciting moment here on GMSA at 9.
We've been talking about fireworks this morning, and we want you to look at this video.
Look at there, RJ. Got his sparkler lit up. That's not your average sparkler either. This thing's like 3 or 4. Our producer just said, no, it's good. Look, see, and he's far away from the fireworks shop, so he's doing it. Look, there you go.
But people are going to spend so much money this weekend on this, which is it's a good time for a lot of people.
It's blue, so my question is, would it be blue at night? I don't know.
David, you're making my head hurt this morning, man.
Hey.
At least it didn't do what happened yesterday. Just take off.
Just blow up.
Science experiments.
Thank y'all.